Ooh, that was a big one. And so let's hope that I'm able to stay afloat this trip. You got to see me out of my element a little bit. Miss Cabo, ma'am, you owe me nothing. What's up, you guys? Welcome back, and you are tuned into another vlog from your girl Tiffany Monet. If you are new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you have been here before, welcome back, boo. But we are getting ready to board this plane and go to Cabo. But first, we are in the Houston airport, grabbing us a bite to eat and getting us a drink. We stopped at Landry's, you guys. Unfortunately, the food was trash, but I don't even care because I'm getting ready to head to Cabo with my girls. So let's get this party started. Control.
Take a shot because my name is not Control. You gotta take a shot.
All right, you guys, so we have made it to Cabo, and I want to give you guys a quick room tour before we get out and moving around the resort. So it is 3 of us, and we were able to get a three bed suite. It does come with a tub, and I'm gonna flip the camera so I can give you guys a better view. So when you come in, it does have its private toilet suite, and then you can kind of see over into the bathroom. It has a shower, and then the tub. It does have 3 beds, and so each one of us will have our own bed. It has a television, which hopefully we are too busy to watch. It has a sofa, and we did grab us some Don Julio at the airport. And then we have our balcony with chairs and a view. And so we are about to get out here and enjoy this resort. And so I'm gonna have to pick y'all up because we got slizzard at the hotel, at the airport already. Real quick, I want to show y'all the bar that comes in the room, complimentary or included in the resort cost. So we are already feeling good, feeling great. And we're finna find us some food and get active. So I'll pick y'all back up later. So we are doing the rules game where you cannot do a certain thing or else you will have to take a shot. So for me, no one is allowed to say their spouse's name or they will have to take a shot. Anitra, what's your rule?
My rule was, okay, so we created names for our trip. So you can't call them by their real name. You have to use their trip name.
So she's Meg, aka the Stallion.
And I am Teresa Mendoza.
And I'm Evelyn Lozada. And so we have to go by those names during this trip. Carolyn, what's your name? What's your rule?
My rule.
I gotta take a shot right there.
Oh, yeah. You owe me 3 shots. You owe me 3 shots. But my rule is you can't go to sleep before 1 a.m.
So there go our rules, and so let's see how we go. Right now it's not looking good for your girl Evelyn Lozada, and so let's hope that I'm able to stay afloat this trip. So we are headed to get food because we haven't taken shots and we need some food to hold us down. And so
I really don't care what it is.
We don't care what it is. Tacos, nachos.
I care a little bit.
You care a little bit?
I care a little bit.
But let's see what kind of food we can get into. So we are at the buffet area. The food is good, I can say, compared to Cancun, excuse me. The food is actually really good. I had the El Pastor tacos, and I had some nachos, some bacon wrapped shrimp, some boiled shrimp, and it was all really good. So we are out here at the bar pool and just having a few drinks. And it's so funny because I've lived in Houston for so long and my friends are from Louisiana. And so when I get things like this that have tahini on them, they're like, what? Because tahini, if you live in Houston, you probably eat tahini multiple times a week, but they're still not on that. And they're like, no, they don't want the drinks. And so now I have 2 drinks. Friend is coming with the drinks. Come on, drinky drinks. Not the music video walk. Oh, which one got vodka? This is the pink, what, Panther?
All of them vodka.
Pink Panther.
You ain't even care to pour the water out.
So we are headed, we're on the elevator now because we were too lazy to walk the stairs. Too late eating. But we're about to get ready to go and prepare for massages. And so I'll hop back on and let y'all know how that goes once we finish up.
I'm telling you that there ain't no other way. Pack your bags and then you will go away. I'm not gonna be begging you to stay.
So we went and got our massages and they were a hit. My person was really good. How was y'all's?
She was heavy-handed and I like that.
I really, really enjoyed the massage.
I had to hold my toes up because she was doing it too hard, but I didn't want to seem like no
She was. It was really good. And so we've come back to the room and changed our clothes. We're about to get ready to hotel hop, I guess, resort hop, and venture out to the other resorts. But before we go, everybody owes some shots of Julio because we have not been following our rules. And so everybody is in debt and we about to pay.
Everybody not.
Everybody's in debt.
I probably in there 1 shot.
Okay, that's fine.
But you help us got like 4 or 5 more than that, really.
We really need to go get a Red Bull.
Because here you go, let me slide. And then he should go, please. So both of y'all been flea marketing.
All right, I'm about to go ahead and take my shot. Cheers.
Oh my God. I do have gas though.
Ooh, that was the big one. Woo! There's some pickle juice. Whew. All right, we'll see y'all at our next stop. So after visiting the neighboring resort, me and my girls decided to go have dinner at Sir. This is a restaurant I had seen on TikTok, and when we went, it was everything that people said it was. The ambiance was great. The view was beautiful. We tried a few different dishes, and we ended up staying there until sunset, and it was just a whole vibe. So if you go to Cabo, I definitely suggest that you check out Sir and just enjoy the scenery if nothing else and have a few drinks, but the food was actually good. We tried a few different food options. The short ribs were a bomb, you guys. I definitely would order those again. I also had the fried shrimp, which came out kind of like tempura. It was so-so. And then the truffle fries were a hit as well. After finishing dinner at Sir, we went ahead and took it back to the resort and called it kind of early for that night. We went ahead and decided to get some rest, stayed up and chatted a little bit, but we knew we had to turn in early because we had a big day planned for the following day. Good morning, you guys. We are on day 3 and we are headed to do ATV riding. I haven't been bringing my camera because, one, I don't want to lose it because I've been very irresponsible, but also I don't want to damage it while I'm out. So about to head out now, get something to eat, and then the ATVs will be here to pick us up in about an hour. So I'll pick you guys back up once we're moving.
Slow down, hold on, take a breath. If I could, I'll make me feel less. Something in my brain causes stress. So come on, make me feel different. You wanna hold, don't hold back. Oh, your little drama's got me mad. And I don't need to tell you facts.
So we are just now finishing the camel ride, about to do the ATVs. Everybody is hot.
It's
AF, y'all. So we'll be back once we do that. So we just finished eating. We came straight back from our ATV and the camel rides, and we got something to eat. And now we are headed to the room to get into swimsuits. Everyone is tired, beat down, but the show must go on. You guys, so we are pool partying. I forgot the name of this drink, but it's a lime-based drink. I'm loving it. So we are headed to the phone party next door, and so we are slizzard, leaving Rio Palace and going next door. See y'all at the phone party, babies.
Hi, beautiful.
Hola! So the phone party started off pretty cool. It was a bunch of vibes, and then they had foam showering down from above, but the DJ was horrible, so we decided to go ahead and wrap it up there. Took it back to the room, got dressed, and headed out for Cabo nightlife. We decided to go on over to Club Crush, and it was a vibe. So we are on day 4 of Cabo. This is our last day. I hope that you guys can hear me with the waves, but we decided to come out and walk on the beach and enjoy the water before we leave on our flight in a few hours. We still have like another 5 hours before we leave, and so we just decided to come out and enjoy it a little bit for at least an hour or two, and then we're gonna go eat and prepare to head to the airport. But I can't wait to show you guys all the footage. I've had a wonderful time. It was a much needed vacation. I start work in 3 or 4 days, and so I'm so glad I got to spend this time with my friends. One of them is a teacher too, one of them is a dance studio owner, and they kind of gear up whenever we're gearing up for school, and so it was a much needed break for all of us, and I'm so happy that I got to bring you guys with me. You got to see me out of my element a little bit. But we're about to hang out at the beach for a little while and wrap it up, and so see you guys when we're back at the house. What's up, you guys? I am back from Cabo, and I could not wait to share my experience with you guys. Let me just give y'all the rundown. I hope that you saw that I thoroughly enjoyed myself. That was the first time me and my best friend actually went on a trip, I guess that far or that long, and so it was definitely much needed for all of us. It was me and 2 friends from back home. We had an amazing time. So I had been seeing, prior to going to the trip, I had went on TikTok and looked up the resort we were staying in, and we were staying at the Rio Palace Baja, California, or the Rio California Baja, something like that. But we were staying there, and I have it linked below. But when I started looking at the descriptions on TikTok and things like that, we booked through an agent. And so when I started to look on TikTok, look it up and see what people had been saying about the resort, I was kind of getting negative feedback saying that, the food wasn't good and that they wouldn't stay there again. It wasn't that luxury. And so I kind of was like, I was regretting not doing my research prior to booking. But when I got there, obviously the girls are eating caviar and I'm eating sirloin, because it did not give me that. It did not give me low budget. It did not give me non-luxury. I loved it. And I will tell you, if you are going to Cabo, consider staying at the Rio Baja, California, whatever that I put in this description box, because it was an experience for me. I don't necessarily need that top tier quality, but it still was giving that. My room was very clean. They give you the bar. Of course, the bar is not top shelf liquor, but they give you that. They fill up your bar with, I know it was Dos Equis in there. It was Canada Dry tonic water. It was bottles of water, and everything was replenished daily. It was Pepsi products. And then they give you the liquor cabinet, which has like, I want to say 6 liquors in there. And you just use at your own disposal if you want to make drinks in the room, which we didn't do that because we would go to the bar on the resort. But they gave you a lot of things in the room already. They had a nice tub, nice shower, and it was 3 of us in a room. I don't really want to go anywhere and stay in a room by myself with a resort. If I have some friends, I'd rather stay there just because, things happen, and just for safety reasons, I would rather be in the room with someone. But I loved it. I don't know what kind of treatment the girlies got or what their experiences were, but I can tell you from my experience, I would definitely go back. Staying at that Rio resort, we were able to visit any of the sister locations because the one I was at was a adult only resort, but we were able to go next door, and then we didn't even go to the 3rd resort, but we're able to have access to those 3 resorts if we'd like. The pools were never overcrowded. It was a fun time. The bars were good. The drinks were good. Beach access was good. The room service was good. They cleaned the room every day. I just had a wonderful experience. And so if you're going on a trip, I know that we tend to go to TikTok and things like that to try to get info, which TikTok did help me with things I did in Cabo. But as far as the resort, I would say let it be your own discretion. Don't necessarily jump on the bandwagon of what the people are saying online, because like I said, when I researched prior to going, I was feeling bad. I was like, oh, my friends are going to hate it, because I just trusted that our agent picked us a good place, and that was it. But I was hesitant. When I got there, they rolled the red carpet out. They had champagne waiting on us when we walked up to check in. It was just an overall very good experience for me. When we wanted to go somewhere, they would get us a taxi, or taxis were already on site waiting to take us wherever we wanted to go. It was a great experience for me. So I definitely would recommend the Rio for anyone that's traveling. And I got that location from one of my coworkers. They said that they stay at the Rio wherever they go. And so they've been to, I believe they went to the Cancun, the Cabo, and the Isla Mujeres location. And they said that it was great. And one of my main concerns was food, because I've been to Cabo before and I stayed at, I believe it was the Royalton, and I did not like the food options that they had there. But on our first day there, we went to the buffet because we didn't know, what options there were on the resort. We ate at the buffet the entire time. The food was good. And I've been to other resorts. I've been to, I think I've been out of the country 3 times, but none of the food compared to the Rio's food. It was good. They had so many options. And even for breakfast, we didn't like as many options as we liked at the dinner. But I mean, who has a plethora of options like that on any given day? But you're able definitely to find something that you like. Me and my friends, we like different things that were there. Like, one of my friends loved the spaghetti. She got spaghetti every time. I got tacos every time. Another friend was getting omelets every time. They also had some teriyaki bowls that a friend was getting every time. So I definitely say, don't believe what you see online necessarily. Make your own judgment. If it's within your budget, if it's what you're comfortable doing, then give it a try, because I have no complaints. I mean, I have none. Honestly, for the entire resort, I have none. The service at the bar was great. The towel service was great. I mean, overall, it was just a very enjoyable experience. Now, let's tap into Cabo. Miss Cabo, ma'am, you owe me nothing. You owe me nothing. You owe me dust, because you gave me an experience. So, as you guys saw, we checked in, we ate, and then I believe we went down to the beach the first day, but we didn't really just hang out on the beach. But when we left the resort, we did go doing excursions. We use cactus tours. Yes, we use cactus tours. They also have something called Wild Canyon. I did not do the Wild Canyon excursions only because Wild Canyon has an ATV excursion that takes you across this wooden bridge, and Miss Ma'am's, I was afraid that I was going to freeze up and not want to go across. And so we went with the cactus tour because we saw that they did not have that, and so that was really the make or break decision for us. They were pretty similar in price. I believe cactus was a little bit cheaper, but the bridge was the deciding factor for me. And so we wanted to do the camel rides as well. And so we did 2 excursions for $100, or so we thought. Once we got there, you have to pay an additional $25 for entry. And then also you have to, well, you don't have to, but the price that you pay online, it comes standard with, I guess, the manual ATV, and I don't know how to drive a manual ATV. My friends didn't know how to drive manual ATVs. I don't even know what a manual ATV is, or if there even is a manual ATV. But we upgraded for $50 to the automatics. And actually, once we went on the ATV tour, they gave us the next upgrade. So I would say, in regards to upgrading once you get there, I think you wouldn't have to upgrade. I think you could get by and say, no, we're going to take the basics. And for their headache's sake, they don't give you the manual ATVs, because I saw nobody get on the manual ATV. Only the leaders, the people that were leading the tours or the tour guides, those were the only people that I saw get on the manuals. So I don't believe that they would have given us manuals had we not upgraded. But we upgraded, so in all, it came out to be about 175, close to 200 for each one of us. So just keep that in mind. But one of the girls that was staying at our resort as well, she did the tour, and all she did was camels. Her and a group of girls, they just did the camels. And there, for whatever reason, I don't know where they purchased their tickets, but they paid almost $200. So I was like, y'all kind of should have just went ahead and did the 2-for-1 or the two excursion combo. But they should have just done the 2 excursion combo, because it was definitely worth it. We did the camel riding first, and on the camel rides, you guys, we weren't sure how that was gonna go. The poor camels, they look like they've been working day and night, but they put you on the camels, you do a ride. It's actually someone walking, leading you in front of the beachfront with the camels, and then after that, you guys get to feed them and take pictures with them. We also then did the ATVs, and we went, just did a little route, and then it also takes you to beachfront, and then you come back. So all in all, though, with the wait time included, because there is a wait time once you get there, we left our resort at 9:35. We didn't get back to almost 2 o'clock. So if you're doing an excursion, just be mindful that it does take a while. It may say 2 hours, but it's definitely going to be longer than that. So kind of plan to have it for a day, or to spend your day doing those excursions. Also, what's another thing? The pictures. Also the pictures, you guys. They tell you that cameras and tablets are not allowed, so you're not able to have your phone, iPad, anything like that while you're on the excursions for safety reasons. But let me tell you, I did this before, and so I told my friends going in that they're going to try to make us put up our phones, so let's try to hide our phones. But they're really watching you from the time you enter. So if you're going to hide your phone prior to coming in, because they will try to stand there and watch you and tell you over and over again, there's only one phone in there, where are you guys' phones? We're not allowing phones on here because it's a safety concern, blah, blah, blah. What it's for is for them to charge you for pictures. So they want you to put your phones in the lockers, because they say they're not allowed on the tours for safety. But then they want to charge you $100+ for pictures. And so just be mindful of that. If you want to try to be slick, bring your iPad, or already have your phone hidden when you're going into the facility, because I'm telling you, they're watching you from the time you get in. So when you go into the facility, already have your phone put up. Tell them you did not bring your phone with you to the location if you want to keep your phone on the tour. Now, my 2 friends, they're rebels. They argue the man down. My phone is in the locker. I have kids. I'm not putting my phone. That's what one of them said. So they're like, you're not getting the phone, sir. And so he argued with us, no lie, you guys, 15 minutes to 20 minutes about the phones. I put mine in because I knew that they were going to make it through with theirs, because they weren't standing down, and I felt like if none of us put our phones in, he would have made a bigger deal, and he would have ended up getting someone to come over there. Because what one of my friends did was take her phone out of the case, and she stuck the case on top of mine, so we put him in the locker, and he thought he had 2 of the phones. Just be prepared that they are strict about the phones, and they do not play. However, they were able to slide their phones through. Going forward, I would probably do like my friend did and have the case empty already, or I would just bring like one of my broken phones and stick it in the locker and let them think that's in there, because the amount of money that they want you to pay for the pictures is totally unacceptable. And in addition to that, I will say bring cash so that you can tip your tour guide. The tour guides are always really nice. They don't trip too much about the phones, but the people that are out there writing, taking pictures of you doing the excursion, they're always the ones tripping. They're looking for people with phones to tell them no phones, no phones. Like they constantly tell my friends that, but they didn't really care. So we still got pictures and footage that you guys saw. And I'm going to put it in here because you guys deserve to see that. But if you're going, just be wary of that. And that's at both locations. At Wild Canyon and at Cactus, they're very strict about the phones. So just go in there with that mind frame. They did tell us that if you book a private tour, you're able to bring your phone. But like I told them, it's not a private tour if you're in with people that didn't pay for a private tour. So I don't really know how that works. But he was telling me that people in the past that rode me could bring their phones. They had a private tour. And I'm like, well, if they were with me, how private was it? How private was it, sir? But it was a wonderful experience. I definitely say do the excursions. Now that I have done the excursion, I don't necessarily need to do it the next time I go. So I may opt out unless whoever I'm with wants to do it. If I go with some different friends and they just are determined to do excursions, I'm not against it. It's just something that I'm not going to press for. We also went to Cabo nightlife, baby. Cabo nightlife was giving. You guys, it's like you can bar hop, but we stayed at one location. We went to the nightclub Crush. It kind of gives Bourbon Street vibes. That may be pushing it. That really may be pushing it. But it's a bunch of open bars. So you can see the bar across the street. You can see what they're in there doing. You can hear the music to see if you want to go in. We did meet some young ladies that were from Xavier University, come on, Louisiana. And they rode with us. But we had a great time. I will say it's not like a necessarily mingle and mix vibe that we were getting there. It was like you have fun with the people you were with, because people weren't just, you know, engaging with each other, but people was having a hell of a time with the people they came with. They have the booth, so it kind of gives you a section feel. But it was really cool. The drinks weren't too pricey. I'll say they were like $10 and $12 for the drinks. But we drunk before we left the hotel, and then we got like 1 or 2 drinks while we were there. They were good drinks. And then we didn't stay out too late. We ended up coming back. We also did visit the phone party, which was at one of the reefs next door to us. And so we went to that sister property and we enjoyed the phone party. The music was not popping. I will say they were giving techno. And they were doing like a whole bunch of old school songs. And so we were like, okay, but it was a time. I mean, we had a really good time amongst each other. And so I was really just enjoying myself, letting my hair down, because I knew this was my last little week of freedom. And so I had a wonderful time. But if you're interested in going to Cabo, I definitely recommend the Rio. I recommend the tours. I recommend going to Cabo nightlife and just getting out a little bit. But all in all, it was really good. We also went to Sur, because I saw people posting that they had went to Sur and that the view was so beautiful. And you guys, it did not let down. Now, TikTok came through on that. TikTok, you came through for your girl and they suggested Sur in a lot of the TikTok Cabo dumps that I was seeing, and Sur had a beautiful view. The food was good. They had the, what was it? The short ribs. My friend got the short ribs, and she lucky I didn't eat all her food. It was so good. I got the shrimp, which was kind of like a tempura, but it had some type of green leaf in it. I'm not sure. I thought it would have been green onion, but it wasn't. It may have been just like a lettuce or a spinach piece, but it was okay. The truffle fries were good. The drinks were good. I had a lemon drop and I had a margarita. They were good. And so I definitely would suggest, you know, going there, give it a try. It was good. It was a beautiful ambiance. We sat there until the sunset. We met some people there that were sitting next to us, and it was just really nice. It was very chill and really nice. They didn't have any loud music or anything going. But it was a wonderful dinner. It was really nice, and I definitely would go back. One thing, I guess, if I had a negative to say about Cabo, is that the people trying to sell you something. Now, my goodness, the people will sell you something. You hear me? They will sell you. If you're at the pools, because the resorts face the beach, of course. And so the beach, I'm guessing, is public property. So you have people walking down trying to sell you things. But it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, people buy it. Like, I ended up buying 2 bracelets. I ended up buying a bracelet with my name on it and use it as an anklet. And I bought Gianni a little bracelet that had his name on it. And they yarn them right there on site. Matter of fact, let me go get it. Let me show you what I got. So it may be a little too bright, you guys, but these are the bracelets I got, and they just have my name, and then Gianni has one with his name. Sorry, it's not focusing. But the bracelets were really cool. Like I said, I wear mine as an anklet, and then I wore Gianni's just so I wouldn't lose it. But these were only $10 each. I want to say he tried to do 20, but my friend, again, she wasn't going. She was like, what about 2 for 20? And he rolled with it. They made them right there on the beach. Also, they give massages. They sell these little things, like people wear hats, and so they sell these bands that you can put around your hats with different phrases, or just the drunk friend, party girl, just a bunch of different things on the bands. And so I saw a lot of people at the resorts were getting those. And so they're making money, so hey, sell it, baby. If people buying, go ahead and sell it, because that's how they make their living. They're locals, and so I totally get it. But I did see people that had massages done on the beach. I wouldn't be opposed to that. We did use our resort spa, and we did a spa day there, as you guys saw. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Much needed. But overall, the trip was a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. Now, if you are flying back from Cabo's location, I will say they seem to be more strict than US TSA. So where my friend got through with like a 3.6 aerosol deodorant, they weren't going for it at Cabo going back. But we had already used our stuff, so we threw it out prior to going. But like the couple in front of us, they had sprays that they obviously had gotten from the States and brought with them, but they were going through all of their stuff. Even one of his sprays, they took out and said it smelled like cannabis. I don't know if it smelled like cannabis. I didn't smell cannabis, but they were saying that, oh, this smells like cannabis. We can't let you take it through. They were very strict. We didn't have anything, any liquids or anything like that to worry about, but just be mindful of that. Make sure you're going with the 3.5. Leave it in the container it comes in if possible. Those travel size containers, make sure that it's something that's very obvious what it is, and it can't be mistaken for any CBD oils or anything like that, because they were very strict on that. And they had a guy throwing away a bunch of stuff, and his wife was just like, well, just buy new stuff, throw it away, because we don't have time to go check a bag. So just be mindful of that their TSA is a little more strict. I of course got some of that white Hennessy to bring back with me, because you know what's a trip out the US if you're not bringing back white Hennessy. But other than that, I didn't buy anything because I was packed pretty tight already, and I didn't want a chance losing it, breaking my luggage or anything like that. But overall, you guys, Cabo was the vibes. If you're thinking about it, I say go, because I plan to definitely go back, and it was overall just an awesome trip for me. I'm so glad I was able to vlog this trip. I've been on other trips and just didn't vlog as I should have, and so it was like choppy, so I just didn't go through with the vlog. But I'm so glad I was able to record for you guys. I'm so glad my friends, they were like, oh no, we're sneaking these phones in because we're going to get footage of these excursions so we can put in your vlog, and I love them for that. But we had an awesome time. So ladies, get that trip out the group chat, and make sure you go enjoy yourself, let your hair down. I didn't know how much I needed that trip prior to going back to work. I'm so glad that it was the week right before, so I feel like I'm ending my summer off really well rounded. I've rested, I've gotten things done around the house, and your girl did one last vacay, got me a good old tan, and I got some relaxation. So I'm really happy that I went ahead and went with the trip, that my girls were willing to do this with me, and it was just a great experience for us all. So I say book the trip, baby, book the trip. But I'm so glad you guys came with me. I cannot wait to continue to share with you on my next vlog about other things that I have going on, my back to work, just some things I'm doing around the house. But I will see you guys on the next vlog. If you have any questions about Cabo, make sure you drop them below. If you like anything you see in my vlog, drop it below. Y'all have been talking to me, you have been showing me love, and I appreciate it so much. We are almost at 200 followers, and likely by the time you see this video, we will be at 200 followers. And that may seem like nothing to somebody, but trust me, it's everything to me. And I appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed, that have liked, that have commented, and I cannot wait to continue this journey with you guys. So until next time, make sure you're tuned in. I love you guys. Be safe, and I'll see y'all on the next vlog, okay? Okay.